That's great. We are on live now.
Okay.
So I can introduce myself now. So
Mhm.
dear viewers, those who are watching us today, so this is Avijit Kuri. I'm from JRK International Education Consultants. We are based in Sweden. We are recruiting students from several European countries and also Canada. So today, mainly we'll talk about study in Canada. And today we have a special guest, Mira Stanova from University of Canada West, and she will let us know about University of Canada West and about study about in Canada. So please feel free to join the sessions, and please feel free to watch the sessions and ask your queries whatever you do have. So Mira, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Mira Stanova, and I'm Senior Business Development Manager in Europe, Central Asia, and Mongolia. So I'm the one who is helping students to get admission, to apply for the scholarship, and somehow I'm helping students together with, of course, our representative in different locations to apply you for the visas. So today I would like to highlight some information about University Canada West and special scholarship which we offer for EU students. Uh, so shall we start then?
Yeah,
University
sure.
Canada West, it's a private university
So
and
Mira, that is your screen now. I've just shared it, like your
okay.
presentation.
So University Canada West is a private university and we located in Vancouver City, which is in British Columbia. Why we picked the Vancouver? Because this is the second biggest city in Canada, warmest city, and the biggest advantage for our students that all big companies located in Vancouver as well, and it's English part of the Canada. So students will have chance to study in a really warm environment. Plus, they will have chance to get their work experience during the studies and after graduation as well. So on this slide, you can see a tall building. This is our second campus. Both of our campuses located in the downtown of the Vancouver city. And this is the second one, which been opened this summer in July. And on today, we have reached actually 3,400 students, international students studied at University Canada West from more than 57 countries. And mainly our programs are in the business majors, so that is why it's important to highlight that all programs are accredited by ACBSP. We're also the BC CUT member, which will give a chance to our students in case if they would like to transfer their study to any university in BC to transfer all credits without any problems. Plus, all scholarship provided by Edu Canada can be used with University Canada West as well. And we do have lots of ESL courses, which certificates which we accept. So, in terms of ranking, you can.
Mira,
Huh?
can you please make your screen bit smaller? Because actually, I think like audience they cannot see all of the things what you are showing.
What do you mean? Screen
Yeah,
smaller?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Bit smaller. Will it be possible? So we can
I
see actually
think no, because in this case, it's going to be that
like this.
that much.
Okay. And
So, what do you think?
how about, no, 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 no. You don't have to do it that much small. Just make it bigger. No, like a bit. Yeah, yeah. And can you double click on it?
Yeah, if I'm going to double click, it's nothing. It's just like this. What
I
about
think
this?
it's better. I think it's better. Yes, this
Okay.
one is better. Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of ranking, we are ranked third most livable city in Canada, but livable city in the world, according to the economist. And in terms of university ranking, actually, we're not top ranked university, but it's really important to highlight that 91% of our students successfully employed after graduation. This is the main, I think, advantage of our university because the why students applying for their degree, they want to be employed, right? So
Yes.
91% of our students successfully employed. In terms of benefits, we have small class sizes, and it's not more than 10.
I think we have lost our guest. Just waiting. Hopefully, she will join us very shortly.
Hello, I'm back.
Yeah, sure. That's great.
Okay.
It happens.
So in terms of benefits, as I said, small class sizes, not more than 10 or 50 to 15 students in the classroom. We have 4
Mira,
intakes. Yes?
could you please share your screen one more time? Because
Oh,
audience, we can't see the screen, please.
screen.
Yeah, one more time, please. It has been lost.
Done?
Yes, that's great.
Okay. So we have 4 intakes in a year. The coming intake is January, then it's going to be April, July, and October. We have scholarships, guaranteed scholarship for different, like we have academic excellence scholarship depending on your citizenship and etc. So, and student has chance to complete program faster than it's in the required period of time, but it's of course depending on the progress of the student. They need to get a special permission if they want to complete program in a shorter period of time. So associate art degree, this is undergraduate program for students who has graduated from the high school. This is actually a degree program consisting of 2 years. And benefits of this program is that they can study only 2 years. They can do 60 credits, and on completion, they're getting a degree. But after this degree, they're eligible to apply for 3 years post-study work visa in Canada, or they can go straight away for the top up to any university in BC, or they can continue bachelor with University Canada West. So this program can be used to improve a GPA because the admission requirements is 2.0, plus students getting a scholarship for this program. And after studying 2 years, getting a degree, and working 2 years in the major, they're eligible to apply for the PR, and then they can go for the pub and use the local tuition fees to complete the bachelor
Mhm.
degree. I think this is the biggest advantage for students. So they're actually paying like for 2 years international tuition fees, and later they can use local tuition fees. Now, plus they're getting a PR, right?
Okay.
So
So basically, Mira. So I'm just trying to understand. So for even for the audiences, maybe it will be better. So for the first 2 years, they will do in University of Canada West. Then they will do top up degree, right?
yes, they can actually work with this degree after graduation, because it's going to be a degree and they can work as a professionals getting a high salary. So it's actually up to student if they want to achieve a bachelor or not. But they're getting a 3 years work visa. This is the main advantage. And after working 2 years in the major, they can get a PR in Canada. So after this PR, they can apply for the top up and pay the local tuition fees, right? So
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
50% off. So in terms of the program, it's a 2 year, 60 credit programs. Total tuition fees 34,800 Canadian dollars. This program can be offered in accounting, economics, hospitality and tourism, management, marketing, media communication, psychology, and social justice. In terms of entry requirements, we want high school certificate and transcript with a minimum GPA of 2.0, but according to a system of 4.3, not 4.0. Okay.
Yes.
In terms of IELTS, student needs to have 6.5, and rating is really important, 6.0. If it's TOEFL, then 88 and 20 in each component. On today, we're still accepting a Duolingo test, and the score is 110. but we strongly recommend to apply with the IELTS or TOEFL. Okay. In terms of transfer, so we have
Mira, I have a question about like IELTS. So like as you said, like overall IELTS should be 6.5, and in
yep.
each band, do you have anything like that?
Not each band. We're looking only at the writing section. So writing section needs to be 6.0. The
Okay,
rest can be lower.
okay,
Even if overall score is 7.0, but writing is going to be 5.5, in this case, we will be asking to do an extra English.
okay.
Okay.
Understand, understand.
So, and the good news that University Canada West, we do not ask for the West evaluation. We're able to do it ourselves. So, a student just need to submit the translation of the academic documents. So
Okay,
here you can see the list of universities with whom we have an MOU signed in terms of credit transfer after graduating from the associate art degree. This is Alberta and Ontario. But in British Columbia, we have almost all universities. So this is not the full list. If you will copy this link and write down the UCW University, you will see the full list of universities where you can transfer your studies. And
yes,
I'm always trying to explain students what is the difference between studying at university and college. When students studying at the college, on the stage of credit transfer, they're facing a problem to transfer all credits to university because not all credits can be transferred. And here are students, and here where the students miss, like losing points and they losing these credits. So in this case, when students studying at the college, after 1 or 2 years, they must be transferred to university, and then they're losing credits. And in this case, they're studying bachelor like 5 to 6 years, not 4, as it's supposed to be for the bachelor. And the second thing, when they're going to be transferred to university, of course, they're paying university tuition fees. Okay,
yes,
so and University Canada West, we're a university, and almost 96, 97% of our credits will be transferred to university with whom we have an MOU or who is member of BCCAT. Bachelor, we have 2 bachelor programs. As I said, Bachelor in Canada is 4 years program consisting of 120 credits, and total tuition before the scholarship is 69,600 Canadian dollars. And we have 4 starts in a year. So this bachelor we have in business communication, and we have Bachelor of Commerce. So the in terms of entry requirements is exactly the same as it was our associate art degree. So we need a GPA of 2.0 and IELTS 6.5, and the maximum scholarship. But for EU students, it's even higher. It's 20,000 Canadian dollars, but for the rest, it's academic excellence scholarship of 20,000. And after graduation, even without work experience, student earning is about 30,000 Canadian dollars a year. Okay.
yes,
So in terms of undergraduate programs, that's it. We have associate art degree and we have 2 bachelor programs. So for postgraduate students, at the moment, we have only MBA available,
mm-hmm.
which is 2 years program with 45 credits, and total tuition fees is 35,100 Canadian dollars before the scholarship. Okay, it's a 4 starts. And what student needs to have for the admission? They need to have a GPA of 3.0. They can have a different backgrounds, but of course, GPA is important. If they have something like management for bachelor and the GPA is 3.0 and they have work experience of 3 years in business major, then they can start directly without any foundation. In the other cases, they need to do a 3 months foundation before to start an MBA. If the major is different, if the GPA is lower than 3.0, they need to take 3 months foundation and then they're starting a master MBA. In
Mm-hmm.
terms of English, same 6.5, 6.0 in writing, and TOEFL 88. Okay.
Okay,
Foundation is just 3 months program, and GPA requirements is 2.3. Okay. So for students whose IELTS is lower than 6.5, then they can start from English, but we do not recommend students from who has second language English to have IELTS lower than 6.0. Okay, so in this case, your students, for example, can apply with 6.0, 3 months English. It will cost them extra 4,950 Canadian dollars. Really important to highlight that during the English, they're not eligible to work and have dependent with them. Okay.
Okay.
During accommodation, associate art degree, master, or bachelor, they can have dependent. They have 20 hours to work and full time on holidays. But I will come back to this topic. So in terms of admission is quite quick, I would say. All they need to do, they need to complete an application form. It's available online, but they need to request you to send them the link for the
Yes.
admission. Okay. The website, they need to be in touch and request link to complete the application form. IELTS or TOEFL can be submitted a bit later if they don't have at the moment of the application. And they, of course, need to submit transcripts and certificates with the translation and originals as well. So it needs to be 2 copies of the translation and copies from the original. And passport copy, international passport. We do not require any references, motivation letter, scholarship application form, etc. It's just application form, academic documents, passport copy, and the English proficiency certificate.
Very simple.
So in terms of tuitions, MBA students paying 35,100, but I would like to show you scholarships. Scholarships for EU students, which is your region, right? So if you remember associate art degree, the price was 34,800. Yeah. And students paying just 22,000 for full program. So they're getting a scholarship of 12,800.
Is it for
and for the bachelor degree, for EU students only.
Only EU students.
EU.
Okay.
Okay. For the bachelor degree, they're getting a scholarship of 25,600.
Wow, that's great.
Okay. So, yeah, in this case, they're paying 44, and all numbers provided in Canadian dollars. Okay, not the USD.
Okay.
And for the MBA, they're getting 11,700 Canadian dollars scholarship. Okay.
Yes.
So CIS, I think it's not interesting. Special targeted is not yours. In International Leaders Award, no. For academic excellence, maybe students, if you will have students from different locations, we have 20,000 scholarship available if GPA is 3.8 for the bachelor degree. For the associate art and MBA, it's 10,000 Canadian dollars. Okay.
Wow.
And student can get only one scholarship. They cannot have 2 or 3 scholarship at once. But only for the MBA program, they can have two scholarships. For example, academic excellence and the MBA excellence scholarship for continuing students. So they can get an extra scholarship if they study well. They can get 2,000 off from the tuitions.
But this scholarship they will get when they will be in Canada.
Yes.
They're continuing their study. Okay.
Yeah. So in terms of dates almost the same, but the number we're still working on numbers because of this COVID situation. It's changing all the time. But my recommendation for now to apply minimum 4 months in advance for the admission. Minimum. Admission is open for all intakes, and Canada from 20th of October welcoming international students, and University Canada West are in the list of the universities who are eligible to invite international students, as I said. Plus, we're providing 650 Canadian dollars for the accommodation for 2 weeks of isolation. And in terms of advantages, as I said, 91% of our students successfully employed after graduation. And this is big work of our career department. So we're not just helping students by providing information how to apply and where to apply and preparing cover letters or CV. We actually have a contracts with the companies in Vancouver where we're placing students to do internship and part-time job. So in 99 cases, it's going to be a future employer. So that's why it's important to have a working rights, and that's why it's important to work during the program as well. So on completion, they will not get just a degree; they will get a work experience, and in most of the cases, they already have a employer, right?
Yes.
So in terms of working rights as a student, students eligible to work on campus, off campus, 20 hours a week during the program, full time on holidays. They're eligible to have a dependent with them, and dependent getting full time work visa. Okay, kids can travel with them, and elementary school is free of charge for the kids. The kindergarten, high school, secondary school needs to be paid. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
only during the English program, students cannot have dependent with them, and plus they're not eligible to work during the English. But for students who's, let's say, IELTS 6.0 and they're getting admission with the 3 months of English, on arrival, we're providing a placement test, paper-based test, free of charge from university. And if they will confirm that score is higher than 6.0, we will waive English. Once
Okay, that's great.
once students starting the main program, they can invite family. Okay.
Wow, that's great opportunity.
Yeah. So in terms of places where our student works, it's not, of course, the full list. It's just few of them, but it's here, and we have lots of testimonials available from our students and graduates on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube channel. And in terms of dormitory and living expenses, we do not have dormitory. We have agencies who is helping students to find accommodation. As I mentioned before, university located in the downtown. That's why accommodation close to uni quite pricey. But for example, now my students who lives like 45 minutes away from the campus, they're renting a flat for 700 Canadian dollars, and it's one bedroom flat, and they share it for two, so each one paying 350 per month. In terms of insurance student need to have only for the first 3 months to apply for the visa to get inside, and then after 3 months, university will be providing university insurance, so it's free of charge for students. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here is some pictures of the previous campus. We have lots of videos and campus tour or on our new campus on YouTube. Please visit and see. And that's it. I think this is all. I hope it was interesting. And if we have any questions, um,
We can
happy
go
to.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, like we got one questions here, like how need IELTS to go to Canada for bachelor? So you can
Uh,
maybe
6.5 and writing 6.0.
I can remove this one. Okay. So so dear students, like so if you want to go for bachelor degree in Canada, I mean especially in University of Canada West, in that case you need IELTS 6.5 overall, but especially you cannot get less than 6 in writing, so you have to have 6 in writing. That's the most important thing.
Mhm.
So one would like to know about scholarship program one more time, so could you please repeat actually?
We have different types of scholarships for students from different locations, and the highest one is for academic excellence. If your GPA is higher than 3.8 out of 4.3 system, then for the bachelor degree you can apply for 20,000 Canadian dollars scholarship. Or if it's master or associate art degree, like 2 years program, then you're getting a 10,000. And for EU students, it's
So Mira,
depending.
like so this tuition fee will be deducted from whole tuition fees, right? For from whole
It
program, right? Or
it
just
will be
from
deduct.
first year?
No, it will be deducted from each credit.
Okay,
So
okay,
you taking an amount and then deducting a number of credits, and then you can see from each credit how much you're getting deduction.
okay, okay. All right, all right.
Yeah, and important. The first deposit before to apply for the visa letter is going to be 7,900 Canadian dollars. This is fully refundable deposit in case if your visa will be refused. You're getting it back in 30 working days after you submitting your refund request. But hopefully it will not happen. But to be able to apply for your visa letter, LOA, you need to pay the deposit of 7,900 Canadian dollars. And the rest of the tuition will be paid in installments according to a number of credits which you're taking for the next term.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So for bachelor and masters, whatever it is, like they will have to pay 7,900 initially, Canadian dollar.
Canadian, yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay. So even if they get a scholarship or whatever, they will have to pay
yeah.
seven
The
thousand nine
first
hundred.
deposit all the time 7,900.
I mean, then university will fix it if they, for an example, if they get the scholarship, they will fix it later on. I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
tuition fee will be discount. I mean, will be deducted from the tuition fees later on, right? But
yeah,
initially, they will have to pay that much
yeah.
money.
The first deposit is all the time 7,900. Doesn't matter if they're starting from English, foundation, master, bachelor, or associate art degree.
Okay. And one more question here, like I want to pursue my LLM about human rights if it is possible.
We do not have LLM, unfortunately. We on the postgraduate level we have only MBA at the moment, but we're actually expecting few more programs to be announced in the coming 2021.
Also, here one more question. I have completed 3 years BA on Islamic studies. For this one, which courses will be eligible for me, such as diploma or masters?
A completed 3 years BA.
Yeah, BA in like Islamic studies, actually, like you can say.
Because Canada use 4 years, I think in this case, I think we have a question about the transfer students, right? It's mainly about transfer. So University Canada West can transfer credits from different universities. Process is going to be quite long, but still we can transfer credits. I think in this case, students needs to be. We can offer only bachelor because he already done his 2 years or 3 years.
3 years, yes.
But in this case, any transfer student, if they studied 2, 3 years or 3 years, yeah, they will be offered a bachelor degree, but not less than 2 years. And of course, we will be looking at each credit, at marks and number of hours which student did the previous university and check which one we can transfer and how many missing and how many he needs to take to be able to complete the bachelor program. But as I mentioned, we have bachelor only in the business major, which is actually a little bit different. So I think not that many credits will be transferred actually.
Uh-huh. So
So students will start from maybe from year two, but of course not.
max. Understand. Also, here is a question like, do you have masters in communication? If yes, then what are the requirements? Thank you.
We have an MBA at the moment only, but students can take extra credits in different subjects. And in terms of entry requirements, is the same. So they need to have an IELTS 6.5, 6.0 in writing, and GPA 3.0.
Okay. So what he's saying, no, maybe he's degree was for 3 years. The students who has asked us, like, he has done like 3 years BA. So like, I think
He has
these students
completed
from
bachelor.
Bangladesh. So
Mhm,
in Bangladesh, what happens sometimes, like some of the students, they finish their bachelor in 3 years, but
mhm,
I mean, mostly most of the universities, they provide bachelor in 4 years. But
mhm,
sometimes, for some reason, some of the universities, they provide it for 3 years. So
mhm.
it was for 3 years. So what will, I mean, will it be same still in his case?
In his case, we need to double check. It will depend on number of credits which he done during his MBA bachelor program. If it's going to be equivalent to a bachelor degree of to Canadian, then he can start a postgraduate. But postgraduate we have only in business. But if
Understand.
it's not enough, then he might be asked to do extra courses. And as I said, they cannot take anything less than 2 years.
Hmm. Understand. But as you said, so credit transfer will be possible for the students.
Yeah.
Okay, credit transfer will be possible. All right, and also like we have students from India,
Mhm.
and especially in India, students that do their bachelor in business for 3 years. It is like all over India. This is how it is. Like they do
Mhm.
bachelor in 3 years in business, humanities, these courses. So for them, can they go for MBA directly?
Yes.
Okay, because some
But
countries don't accept it actually.
we have actually lots of students from India, so we
Hmm.
quite familiar with universities, educational system, and of course we can double check for you to on each university and then get a confirmation. But I think yes, students will not face any problems in terms of getting admission for direct MBA in case if they meeting GPA and English requirements.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And GPA is like as you said, like 2.
3.0.
Sorry,
No, 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 no.
sorry,
3.0.
3.0, 3.0 out of
Yeah,
4,
yeah.
out of 4,
4.3.
out of 4.3.
Yeah.
Okay, so some countries it is like 4, some countries it is 5. How will we calculate it? Actually, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, I think we don't need to get into it too deep because yeah, admission office will be doing evaluation.
Okay, but if you have any idea, like at least percentage was like, okay, 70%, 60%, we can, I mean, for our understanding, maybe something.
70 to 75 should be fine.
Okay, 70% will be fine. Okay, fine,
Mhm.
understand. So here actually the student is asking, like, thanks to answer my questions. Actually, I have completed 4 years graduation about law and also completed masters like LLM. Right now I want to pursue my second masters in your university. Can I choose another subject
Yes.
for masters?
Yes. So students, we do not have any, I mean, not we. In general, when students done a bachelor, they cannot apply for the second bachelor, but in terms of a master program, they can do few masters, same as the PhDs, right? So in this case, if student, but it's going to be a different question, a different question or problem, I can say, because in terms of admission, we student will get admission, but with the foundation program, but it's going to be a visa work, right? Because student needs to prove to government why he recently decided to change his major after doing bachelor and master in law, and now
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
he's
mm-hmm.
changing major to business. So it's going to be a great work of yours to help students to apply for the visa and prepare his personal statement explaining why he is the candidate who needs to get a visa for the MBA.
Mm-hmm, understand.
But
So
in terms of
if there
admission,
is, if there is an a prison, if there is an a prison, in that case only we can go for that. Like for an example, like someone may do like some I mean, they might do their bachelor in some programs, but of course at the same time maybe they could be engaged with their family business or
yeah,
something. it happens, so
Yeah.
if it is the case, I mean, so there should be some reason, what I can understand.
Yeah.
That should be some
Mhm.
reason, so that, I mean, they can be convinced, okay, so this is the reason students wants to this one, otherwise it will be difficult to make them understand.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
I got your point. I got your point. So, dear students, I mean, so today we are having sessions with University of Canada West. We are talking about study in Canada. So, please feel free to ask your questions, whatever you do have. Still, we are here. So, please feel free to ask. So,
And I would like to provide some information in terms of bank statements.
yes,
Okay.
please.
So student will be asked to show 10,000 Canadian dollars for the living expenses for the main applicant, plus first year payable tuition fees, and 5,000 on dependent. And for the each kid, they need to show extra 3,000. Okay, it's
So,
better.
Mira, for Canada, how does it work? Like, in terms of finance, how does it work? Like, how much? I mean, so like for, I mean, for different countries, they calculate it in different way, right? So how does Canada, I mean, work for maintenance? Like, how much will they have to show? Is it does it differ from province to province, or it is equal for each province?
At the moment, I'm providing information exactly on Vancouver. No, it's general. So 10,000 for the main applicant. I'm talking about expenses only. Yeah, not
Yes,
the
yeah,
tuition.
yeah,
So 10,000 for the applicant, 5,000 dependent, and 3,000 kids,
yeah.
each kid.
Okay, okay,
And then you plusing the first year payable tuition. And here's the amount which you need to show on the bank statements, not the bank letter. Okay?
okay. Understand. So 10,000, is it for per month, right?
No, 10,000 Canadian dollars a year.
Or year, for a year? Okay,
Mhm.
okay, all right, all right. So this is how we have, and plus at the same time they have to show rest of the money, like what they haven't paid as a tuition fee.
Yeah, the deposit they're not counting. We're not counting deposit, but
Okay.
students need to show 10,000 living expenses, first year payable tuition, and if they can show second year tuition fees, would be cool because it's lots of visa refusals when they're saying like, okay, we see money on your account, but we have doubts how you're going to pay your second year.
Mm,
So it's better, of course, to show as much as you can. And of course, source
understand.
of funds, sponsor source of funds,
No, I
show.
do understand those kind of
Yeah,
things. Yeah.
so you know the
This,
process.
yeah, yeah. No, this always like Canada is like very strict than some other countries. Like everything should be very perfect.
Yeah, but the biggest advantage for the Canada that they're not looking at the travel history, for example, but
Mm-hmm.
in terms of providing information to the embassy, you need to make sure that you're providing all information. You cannot hide anything. Visit countries, breaking law in other countries, because Canada spending lots of time on checking the criminal records, and
Mm-hmm.
they're doing everything, and they have access to all countries.
Mm-hmm.
So please provide sufficient information, and plus, if you will not inform us or embassy, and your visa will be refused because you hide something, in this case, your deposit might be not refunded.
Yeah, if like a student has their own guilty,
Yeah,
student has their own
exactly.
guilty. It makes sense. It makes sense. No issues. Here we have one more question for one of the students. Like, I'm interested to international and tourism and hospitality management. How much cost for post graduation?
We have only MBA for postgrad.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we do have like only MBA for post graduation, so we do not have anything like tourism and hospitality management. But just to let you know, so we have another university where they provide these kind of programs. If you, of course, but we are talking about now University of Canada West. So if you are interested, feel free to knock us on the screen. You have our contact details. Please feel free to knock us. Then we can talk in details regarding that. one question: what is current situation of Canada? If I get admitted to University of Canada West, how will I go to Canada in this kind of situation?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, starting from 20th of October, students eligible to travel and get insight into Canada. All they need to do, they just need to follow the process. They need to do a test, of course, and they have a 2 week self isolation in the beginning, and university actually paying the accommodation for these 2 weeks. And then they can start studies. They actually starting studies online, but they have chance to study on campus as well once they inside the Canada.
Okay, that's great. So that's great actually, like
Mhm.
for the international students. And how is it going now? I mean, is it going like on campus or online classes actually?
Mainly, students prefer to study online, but we have on-campus classes as well available for students. So the students actually have a choice. They deciding in the beginning if they want to study on campus or online. But all student who was waiting for the visas and it was like long delay, they started online and now they joining us on campus.
Okay, okay. So as soon as they are going to Canada, they're joining on campus. That's great. Here we got one more question, but it's almost same as well. Like here, hello dear, I've completed my LLB last year. Now want to study my University of Regina, but I mean we are talking for another university today. Is it possible for me to get admitted and scholarship as well? So for you, same thing actually. So for today, actually, right now we are talking about University of Canada West. Unfortunately, we do not have LLM program here, but if you are interested for another university, please feel free to knock us. Then we'll talk in details later, because it's not nice. I mean, now we are talking for another university. So for upcoming April intake, so right now it will be the best time to apply for April, right? In that case,
Yeah.
as you said, like better like 4 months before if we apply.
Yes, because the admission anyway, if everything is ready, it's taking time. Plus, the visa process is taking time as well. So, to for you and for me, and especially for students, it's not going to be that much stressful. And January is almost close. I mean, it's
Yeah,
close. To us.
it is.
So
It is.
that's why April is the nearest one, and then it's going to be July and October.
So okay, so we should apply then very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the I mean hope 2021 will be better than actually like previous year. Okay, so we got another question here. Is there any opportunities to study in the field of criminal justice here in University of Canada West?
We don't have criminal justice. It's mainly business related majors. We have social justice, not the criminal
Yeah,
justice.
I think yeah.
And yeah, and other is like management, finance, accounting, business, and etc. Psychology.
I think still it will be nice if you could say something about social justice actually. So maybe he could be interested actually.
I can actually share information because I don't have like I don't have in my mind course
Okay.
description. But if a student interested in details, we can provide an email with the course description. And in
Okay.
terms of admission, it's going to be the same. We have and if student asking about the criminal justice, I guess that he did the bachelor degree already. That's why
Yes.
he
Yeah.
so, social justice we have only in the associate art degree, which is for undergraduate students. And as I said, they can do double master, but they cannot do double undergrad program.
Mm-hmm.
If he
Understand.
has not completed and he is okay to start from the beginning, in this case, he can apply for admission. And in case if he is not 24 years old already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We don't have any age limit for the postgraduate program, but we do have an age limit for the undergraduate program. So all undergraduate students can apply for the associate art degree or bachelor program if they not reach 24.
Understand.
Okay.
Understand. So here is one more question. How much will be cost for social justice as tuition fees?
Total tuition fees before the scholarship is 34,800 and scholarship is 10,000, of course, based on GPA.
Okay.
So in this case, I was just doing calculation today. If students are getting maximum scholarship, then the tuition fees is going to be approximately in USD 9,600 a year.
Okay. So that would be really cheaper actually. Like
Yeah,
then
and actually
yeah.
they can pay in installments and they're eligible to work 20 hours a week. So it's quite affordable. If to compare with other English speaking countries and in terms of living expenses, I'm always recommending Canada, even though I graduated from UK, because I know how it's difficult to survive in UK working part time. But in Canada, it's actually really affordable because living expenses is just 350 per month. When in UK you was paying I was paying like almost 1,000 just for the
Mm.
room, not for the flat. So, and plus they're getting a working rights, they're getting a post-study work visa for 3 years. They have chance to get a PR after graduation and working in Canada. So I think Canada for now is the best choice.
So what about the programs that they will do in University of Canada West? They will get 3 years PSW, right?
The process is next. If students studying any program which is longer than 2 years or 2 years, in this case, they're getting a 3 years PR. If
Okay.
students study any program less than 2 years, like 1 year, 1 year and a half, in this case, they're getting on the same duration. So if they study 1 year, they're getting post study for 1 year. That's
Okay.
why all our programs, not less than 2 years, they're getting 3 years work visa. And in Canada, if they're working 2 years, and studying 2 years, working 2 years in the major, they're eligible to apply for PR.
Okay. But so in that case, they will have to work on their major subject.
Of course, of course.
But if they do, for some reason, if they do something else rather than their major,
Then it's going to be a problem in terms of post study
okay.
and getting the PR. But as I said, university career department looking for something exactly in the major.
Okay. And how realistic and how easy it is like to get
91,
the okay. Oh wow,
91%
that's great.
of
That's
our,
great for
yeah,
University of Canada
90%
West.
of our graduates working exactly in the major in Canada, not outside.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, so here we have if someone scored overall 6 in academicals but 6.5 writing module, would you accept this score also if someone achieved 2.22 results in both honors and master's degree from UK? Will the students be eligible to join in your master's program?
Okay, so the first question,
Is
even if writing 6.5, but the overall is 6.0, 3 months English. But as I said, on arrival, they can do a placement test and then we can waive this English. If students studied and graduated from UK or English speaking country university, they can be waived.
they can be waived from English, right?
Yes. If the final degree from English speaking country.
Okay, so it could be, for an example, it could be their bachelor. Even for an example, if they have like masters in UK and then they want to go for another masters.
Yes, but yeah, they can be based on master. But
Okay.
please remember when they changing the major again, yeah, visa
Mm.
issues.
Visa things could be problem.
Yeah, they need
Okay.
to have strong reasons and explanation why they need this MBA to get a
Second MBA. Why do they need
yeah
it?
yeah. University will give them admission, but the main question is visa.
Understand. Understand. And in this EMBA, is it particular for anything like a finance, international business, marketing, or it just in general MBA?
General MBA, but they can take extra subjects so they can get a like specialization.
Okay. Okay. That's great. though I think it's not relevant with us today. I've already completed MSc in mathematics. Is there any course related to mathematics? If has been, how much does it cost to apply?
Even if student has a MS in mathematics, they can apply for the MBA because it's different.
Yeah, so that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So, dear students, so as you studied in mathematics, so still, if you want, you can have MBA, but of course, you should have IELTS 6.5, and in writing, not less than 6. That's the most important thing. And one of the most important thing, do you have any application fee when students will apply for the program?
Uh, it depending on country, but at the moment all application fees are waived. But
Okay,
previously we had 150 Canadian dollars application fee, depending on country.
okay, but now
India,
it is waived.
India and Bangladesh was in the list of countries who was asked to pay for the application fees, but at the
Okay.
moment it's waived.
It is
So
good. So that's a great news for all of the students, like those where you are watching us today. So it's a great news. So you can apply now. It's good. Um, so for the students, Dilruba, what will suggest you as you studied in UK? So maybe you can still apply for your MBA, as you got your, I mean, degree from UK, so it's a good thing for you. So then maybe you don't need IELTS, as Mira just told us. So you can apply, but of course, like as we discussed, like we have to of course explain why do you need your second MBA.
mhm.
We have to
And
make
for
that things in plan.
yeah, and for students who is at the moment at different location, not at the back home countries, right? They can apply for admission and for the visa only in case if they have a right to stay in the country. They need to have a 6 months visa, not the visitor visa, of course, or even from
Mhm.
business they can apply for the study permit as well, but not from the tourist visa, right? And in this case, they can apply from from the country of the location for the visa.
Okay. And by the way, like Mira, if students are studying like for I have so as we are based in Sweden, so we have good connections with so many students. Those are from maybe from Asia, but studying in European countries, their bachelor or masters. Is there any chance for them to get the waived for their English if
From
they finish
Asian
their?
countries,
I mean, let's say students from Asian countries, but however, they finish their bachelor or masters from European countries. Now, if
European
they,
countries, depending European country, which country?
for an example, Sweden, Finland, Denmark.
Uh-huh. And then they
Mm,
study it in English. The awarding body of the university is
yeah,
very
yeah.
specific.
They here, like even I studied here, by the way. So everything was in English, but of course, like it's not like UK. You cannot say country is English speaking country still.
So, if together with the academic documents can be provided a letter saying that you studied all your subjects in English, but it's case by case, university by university. It's not like 100% all universities can be waived. I mean, graduates of these universities, but it's case by case. So, for example, I have students from Central Asia who studied in Uzbekistan, but all program in English, and we waived English,
Mm-hmm.
but it's university by university. So that's
Okay.
why you need to submit academic documents together with a confirmation letter saying that you studied all your subjects in English.
Okay.
Then might be, but not guaranteed.
Okay. Okay. So still there may be chances. Okay.
Yeah,
So students
yeah.
can go for that. All right. No problem. Good to know. So, dear viewers, today we are talking about University of Canada West, especially study in Canada. So, still will be here for a few more minutes. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. So how is like current situation? I mean, in general, like in Canada, if you could tell us, actually, it will be better for the students actually.
At the moment, I think it's quiet as everywhere. But the good news, as I said, that they're still eligible to go outside and to join some programs on campus. So I think situation is better than in EU at the moment. And I have lots of students who just entered to Canada, but they are sitting at home for 2 weeks. But in general, it's improving. It's better than in US, better than in UK, or in other location where the normal international students interested to go. So that's why I'm saying that Canada is, and I know that many countries, Canadian embassy is operating quite well,
Mm.
because I know that at lots of locations, U.S. embassy closed, UK embassy is still not operating as normal, but Canadian embassy is working online. That's why students, it is still some delays in terms of visas, but a situation is better than with other countries. And international students welcome to come, and they can study online. So, and actually, it's quite good to highlight. So at the moment, student who studying online, all these program will be calculated as a on-campus study. So it's not affecting for study work now. Even though students are still waiting for the visa and studying online, and then they joining on campus, all these period of time which they studied online will be calculated as on-campus study.
Okay, that's a great opportunity. So,
And
that's a
in
great.
case of if student starts program online and on halfway visa will be refused and student does not want to reapply for the visa, all tuition fees will be refunded.
Oh, that's also great news for the international students.
Mhm.
And is it in lockdown situation over there right now?
Um, they actually not like proper lockdown, like they cannot go out. They can, and some of them still working, as I said, and some student can study on campus as well, visit campus. But of course, almost everyone wants to continue education online because it's not safe, I would say, uh, all around the world, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Even
Yeah.
in case in Sweden right now, there is studying online. I mean, but all of us
They
were
actually
thinking,
started vaccination in Canada
wow,
officially. So from
from
like
when?
two, if I'm not mistaken, it was announced 1 week and a half ago that they started vaccination in
Wow,
Canada.
that's great. I mean, in Sweden, they have started vaccination from yesterday.
From
Just
yes to no, it was
yeah,
like 1 week and a half.
yeah. And here the government is hoping like maybe like by June, July. I mean, Sweden we
Mhm.
have I mean less people. It's like about 10 million people.
Mhm.
I'm not quite sure what's the population in Canada. Do you know?
Um, Not really sure. Let me check the
Okay.
total.
Uh,
Uh,
I mean, here, yes, like 10 million. So even the government is expecting like by June, July, um, I mean, all of the people will be vaccinated in here in Sweden, actually.
37 million,
Okay, okay,
37.5.
okay. So like, okay. So we are like here,
Wait,
like 10 million people, and government is expecting like maybe by June, July, all of the people will be vaccinated here. So that's the plan. Actually, hoping for the best in 2021. Mm,
I think everything will be better because now before it was kind of crazy situation because no one expected. We was not ready. We didn't know anything about this virus, and we never had this kind of virus before. But now
exactly.
everyone is getting fine, and people know how to manage, and people know how to protect themselves, and people know what is this virus and how it's affecting your body. So now it's fine. Even
Yeah.
that my patient was crazy, but now we kind of not cool, but still we calm. We know what to expect. We know how to protect ourselves.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's great. I think it was a great session. I mean, almost you answered all of their questions, whatever they had. Also, you did such a nice presentation. So you covered all of the things actually. And the thing is, these things will be recorded in our channel, so even students can watch it later on if they have any more questions.
Mhm.
So we are almost end of our session today. Thanks, Mira, for your nice presentations and for joining us today here. So before we end up, could you please say your final comments for the students, please?
I would like to what invite you all, because now it's the time and New Year is coming. Hopefully, from the New Year, it's going to be new start, more positive year. And I can say that from all countries with whom I work, visa ratio is quite impressive, increasing. So please apply for the scholarship, get in touch with Avijit and ask more details about the admission, scholarships, and starts in Canada. And my recommendation, because I have quite big experience working in education with different countries. I work for UK, US, and now I'm working for Canada. So to me, not because I'm working with the Canada at the moment, but Canada is destination number one for international student, because I know from my experience how it's to be international student in UK. I visited US and I recruited student for US. So Canada is the most beneficial country at the moment, to
True,
be honest.
true.
So please apply, get in touch, ask your questions, and waiting you in Vancouver.
Surely. So one more time, so Mira, thanks for joining us here today.
Mm,
I would like to wish you happy new year, in advance, and
thank you.
take care. Have a safe things, everything, hopefully everything will be safe with you, and it will be great in new year actually. So also, like, for our viewers, those you have watched us today, it
Mhm.
was really nice. We have tried our best to give you all of the answers. So still, if you have any more queries, or you really want to apply, on the screen you have our contact details. Please feel free to contact us. So beside, please feel free to contact us if you have any more questions about study in Canada. Also, we are working for other countries. If you have any queries for anything, please feel free to contact us. On the screen you have our contact details. So Mira, thank you so much for joining us here today. I wish you a very happy new year, and hopefully, if everything goes fine, we'll see each other in Vancouver next year. I'll definitely visit you over there. So,
Okay.
because I love to visit the country, so that even I can tell my students even better.
Yeah,
It's
it's
always
better
nice expression,
from your experience. It's always to be.
Exactly. But due to Corona nowadays, I cannot travel. But definitely, if everything goes fine, we'll definitely visit you over there in Canada. In Vancouver. All right. So have a nice New Year in advance. So take care of yourself. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. All the
Thank
best
you.
to you and your
Thank
family.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.